Welcome back mga ka-Pinoy Channel! So nandito na naman kami ngayon at I'm sure na-miss nyo kami and na-miss namin ang ating mga televiewers. Ano guys? Ayan. So usually, this is brand new 2017 episode. Let's start with the kamustahan portion guys. What do you think?
Ano bang pinagagawa nyo the past 2 to 3 months?
Si Joey kausapin natin.
Ayan,
Ito kasi lakwatero. Anong bago, Joey?
Ano bago?
Hindi. Marami akong pinuntahan. Actually, the past 2016. Ang dami namin pinuntahan. Gaya ng nagpunta kami sa, yun nga, Mediterranean. Hindi ko pa napakita sa inyo lahat yung mga ka-Pinoy Channel. Kaya naku, abangan yung mga episode namin. Kasi isa sa mga igagala ko kayo outside Canada. Di lang yun, nagpunta rin kami sa Caribbean. So, di ba?
Yes.
Tapos, marami pa kami pinuntahan iba pang lugar. Kaya talaga, I'm so like the sea.
Yan ang dapat abangan ng ating mga televiewers, mga ka-Pinoy Channel, yung mga gala episode namin ni Joey at saka mag-gala episode din ni Jeannie as well.
Oo, balita ko, Jeannie, gala ka rin daw.
Hanta tayong mga gala dito.
Oo, ayan mga kababayan, pero hindi pa ako kasing high level nila. Hindi ako nag-outside Canada for 2016. So I went to Montreal, to Ottawa, to Cornwall.
Saan yun? Yung last?
Cornwall, so it's in Ontario. Ayan. It's about an hour from Montreal.
Wow.
And then I was also in northern Saskatchewan. And mga kababayan, meron po tayong Filipino store in La Ronge.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yes, and nakabili ako ng walis tambo, tsaka ano tawag doon? Lampaso!
Ay, bunot.
Ayan.
Si Kuya Gani naman, kamusta naman
buhay-buhay.
mga escapade, diba?
Kung siya nagpunta ng Filipino store, ako nagpunta ng MOA. Actually, kararating ko lang nakauwi tayo ng Pilipinas.
Punta ng MOA, ha?
So medyo nagpainit tayo doon sa Pilipinas.
Naligaw ka ba sa MOA kay Gani?
Naku, grabe. Nakakalito ang MOA. Ang laki-laki pala noon. I've been there before. Pero syempre, since nasanay tayo ng mga strip malls dito sa, especially dito sa Saskatoon, talagang very overwhelming yung place like MOA.
Yes.
Kasi sabi nila yung MOA daw is the second to the largest ba o third largest mall sa Asia?
I wouldn't doubt it. Talagang
grabe.
For sure, one of the biggest.
One of the biggest.
for
Siya kasi
sure.
minsan mag-golf cart ka bago ka makapunta sa ibang lugar, di ba?
Ayan.
Diba?
Ikaw, Kuya Jerry,
O syempre, ang memorable sa akin yung aking Canadian Rockies road.
Ayan.
Marakis.
Siguro pwede natin i-share sa mga televiewers sa ating mga clips
Sige, kailangan ko na mapapayag ng aking model na
Yung Canadian Rockies actually is that crossing na Alberta and British Columbia.
British Columbia. So talagang we drove from Saskatoon hanggang Radium Hot Springs sa British Columbia.
Mga ilang oras
Masaya
ang
yan.
nun, Kuya? Mga ilang oras ang trip nun?
Actually, hindi ko na nabilang eh. But it took me, I think, about 2,000 kilometers for the whole trip.
Ikaw lang nag-drive?
Oo, yung wife ko ay
Pasahero.
busy sa likod. Natulog.
Speaking about wife, it's Valentine's month.
Yes, it's
Aha.
So, bago ko makalimutan, hindi ko makakalimutan talaga eh. Happy Valentine's to my wife. Mas maganda na yung safe.
At sa mga lonely naman dyan, Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Say, Happy Valentine's din sa inyo.
Ayan, sa mga camp sawi.
Sa mga Camp Sawi at Camp Lonely.
Ang term nila dyan dati sa Pilipinas, yung mga naka-firing squad.
Bakit
Firing squad.
Hindi ko alam, basta firing squad sa Valentine's yung mga lonely.
Ay, ganon?
Hindi ko alam.
Grabe naman. Grabe siya. Ayoko na magkatago muna ako nun.
Ayan. So, anyways, new episode, new year. So, what to expect ba guys sa ating mga sa ating episode for today?
Firstly, introduce pala namin ni Jeric yung aming bagong episode. Jeric,
Oo, ang title ng bago nating segment is Usapang Pinoy. So ano itong Usapang Pinoy, Gani?
ito yung mga seryosong usapin
Wow.
ng mga Filipino-Canadians in Canada.
So, biruin mo yan.
Diba?
So basically, we'll
sa term
talk
pa lang ang lalim na eh.
Yeah.
Usapin.
So we will try to share our thoughts sa mga current events.
It would be
nag-affect sa mga...
more serious aspect kasi meron silang hegemon. Ano ba yung
Oo,
yung hegemon nila na social culture and mga
Fashion
pananamit.
and everything.
Yes. It's called Lifestyle with J.E. and Jeannie. Or J, di ba? Ayan. Abangan nyo po yan mga ka-Pinoy Channel. So, it's a little bit of lighter side of us here three. And yung pa, di ba, Joey?
Kung may serious, may not so serious.
Yeah.
Ganun.
Pero i-disclaim ko lang ha, yung pagiging serious ng topic namin ni Jeric ay hindi confession of age. Hindi, walang kinalaman sa edad. Walang kinalaman.
Wag kayo
Parang
ganing
masyado
obvious na ba?
defensive si Kuya Gani.
Wala kang kinalaman sa edad. Sabihin ko lang yun, maliwanag ko.
Oo,
Saya,
tama.
grabe.
Ayan. At dahil nga February, ito rin ang buwan kung kailan natin sineselebrate ang Bullying Prevention Month. So we were so lucky to have Travis Price, one of the co-founders of Pig Day across Canada. At meron din po tayong Pig Day in Philippines, in Japan, in Indonesia. It's across 27 countries. And as of 2016, Pig Day has reached over 6 million youth across the world.
So Jeannie, based on your experience, kasi si Jeannie involved sa anti-bullying prevention
Yes,
na programs,
yes.
ano?
Correct.
How prevalent in anti-bullying bullying dito sa Saskatchewan?
It is. It's very prevalent. That's why I think yung trabahong ginagawa namin is very important in our society. Pero it's proven that 57% of the time, if someone stops and intervene bullying, it stops in 10 seconds.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
ganon ka-importante yung bullying prevention education, not only for youth, but even for adults. Because it happens in the workplace, kahit sa ating mga home care,
Sa school.
yeah, school in playground. So, abangan niyo yan. It's a very informative segment. mga
Yeah.
kababayan.
Kasi
Yan.
mahalaga talaga na maintindihan nila kung ano talaga ang bullying, ano ang source nito, no? Paano, how to prevent it, and how to react on it. Kasi hindi ka po pwedeng magkaroon ng resolution kung tatahimik lang tayo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how to get help.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I think
importante
bullying at kapag ikaw ay victim or ikaw yung nambubuli nung bata ka pa, actually pareho sila nagiging victim daw niyan at nagiging nag-affect
yan.
yun
Exactly.
pagdating later on sa kanyang later life.
Yes,
Right.
yes. And I just wanted to add na bullying also has an economic impact, no? It's proven na yung mga taong nagbubully nung bata pa sila, they would end up as alcoholics or they would end up in
Oh, wow.
jail as they grow up. And that is a huge impact on our
Right,
society.
right.
Yeah.
Tama yan.
Yun, panoorin natin sa
Ako,
inyo na yan
yan.
mamaya.
Abang-abang ang mga episodes na yan, ha? At, syempre, dahil may nag-tweet, may nag-text, yan. At
Yeah.
may nag-vlog, no? At may nag-Instagram ng mga videos ng Cooking with Dex dahil due to popular demand.
At may kumatok sa pinto ni
At
Joey.
kumanok sa akin, ginawa, aga-aga, kinakatok ako, sabi, i-air daw namin yung dating episode, yung first episode namin sa Pinoy channel, yung Cooking with Dex. Nako, ibabalik namin yon to give you a glimpse of the past. And at the same, napapanahon ding recipe ng Cooking with Dex.
Ayan, ang lakas naka-throwback ng Cooking with Dex. Ano?
It was one of my favorite cooking with Dex na pinalabas natin because yun ang quickie meal.
Yeah.
Yun ang quickie meal eh. So I think para sa atin, quickie, ang ibig sabihin ng quickie meal, is madali i-prepare. Madali i-prepare.
Stress pa talaga. Parang quick fire meal ito, no? Yeah.
Pinalitan natin ha, kung ano ibig sabihin ng quickie.
Yes.
Parang kasi mapunta tayo sa pagkain ng gulay. So,
Next, ano pa ba? Meron pa
syempre
tayo,
ibabalik din natin ang ating winter tips, ano?
Yeah.
Kasi
Marami din na-vlog.
marami din kumatok sa pintuan dyan, no? But because winter pa rin at very relevant siya, marami talagang nagre-request of at lahat ng mga bagong immigrants laging tinatanong paano ba mag-survive ng winter
Yes,
dito.
oo
So
nga.
ibabalik natin yan para sa mga hindi nakapanood ng episode.
True. Ang
Yeah.
dami kasi bago na namang Pilipinong dumating, ano? Nakakatuwa.
Yes.
Yeah.
At saka by the way guys, yung may mga may nag-message yun para sa akin sa Facebook, yung mga yung last episode natin with underwater hockey,
Yes.
medyo nabitin daw sila eh.
Oo.
Kaya gusto
Ayan.
nila ng part 2.
Part 2 ayan, abangan nyo mga kapinoy channel.
Oo.
Underwater hockey episode ni Jeannie.
Yes, at tama yan, no? At ganun din naman sa ating mga Kapinoy channel sa labas ng Canada. So sa Pilipinas, sineselebrate natin ngayon ang Panambenga Festival, di ba?
Yan.
Ang ating spring
Oh.
season kung sa may mga parade of flowers.
Alam mo, hindi ko pa napuntahan yan. Ang alam ko lang, sinelebrate natin noong January, yung sinulog sa Cebu.
Yes.
Wow.
Ayan.
Si Ate Jeannie, taga sa Kabagyo.
I'm from
Taga
Baguio, so
Baguio, so-
excited ako. 5 years ko nang hindi nakita yan. Pero
Oo nga
kapag
eh.
pa nagbenga, ang daming tao. It's just so much fun. At nandun ang Miss Universe.
Wow.
Yes.
In Baguio.
That's right, that's right.
Dahil malapit
Oh,
sa Miss
kaya
Universe.
wag na nating patagalin pa itong episode na to at napakadami naming siksik, liglig at umaapaw na segment para sa inyo ngayong araw. Welcome to Pinoy Channel!
Welcome back po sa Pinoy Channel mga kababayan. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa bagong segment ng Pinoy Channel, ang
Usapang Pinoy. Ako po si Isagani Fabi.
Ito po si Jeric Mendoza. At Gani, pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang bagong topic na malapit sa iyo ngayon.
Ito yung pag-uwi sa Pilipinas.
Kasi kauwi mo na.
Exactly. So dalawang bagay ang pag-uusapan natin tungkol sa pag-uwi ng Pilipinas dahil ito isang bagay na malapit sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Kasi ang mga Pilipino usually homesick. Gustong-gustong parating taon-taon halos umuwi ng Pilipinas.
Siyempre.
So dalawang bagay ang pag-uusapan natin, Jeric. Ito yung pagbili ng ticket,
At kung paano.
ma-maximize yung ating Canadian dollar into Philippine peso.
Yun. So, Gani, paano ka bumili ng ticket?
Nung umuwi ako lately, ang bumili talaga ako online. Ito yung mga websites like Expedia, Bookings.com. Doon ako bumibili.
Okay. So usually, ako ang ginagawa ko, Gani, is I usually go to Google Flights. Kasi ang advantage, you can see daily prices ng tickets, ano?
Oh.
Then you can compare, okay, you'll be leaving at this day with this ticket price, $1,000. Then if you go to the websites na binanggit mo, you can compare kung gaano kalayo. So kung pinakamura sa Google Flights ay $1,000 and you can see dito $1,300, then baka kailangan mo pang maghanap ng iba pang websites where you can buy tickets. So yun ang ginagawa ko para makatipid sa ticket.
Isang bagay na na-confirm ko pala nung bumili ako ng ticket lately, Jeric, is na-confirm ko na yung Tuesdays ay yun ang pinakamurang araw. Kasi sinubukan ko talagang i-search yung prices ng Monday, Tuesday hanggang Sunday. And I proved to myself na talagang Tuesdays yung cheapest. So I flew out on a Tuesday and I came back on a Tuesday. That is if hindi requirement sa inyo, sa trabaho nyo, na bumalik kayo at a certain specific date.
Yun. At syempre, kung wala kayong nahabol na okasyon like Pasko, based on experience, the best time to fly would be about January. So I think most of the cheap...
All year round, yung pinakamura January.
Pinakamura, based on my experience, hindi lang Pilipinas, you can go to the US, to New York for $380 compared to regular na about $600 if you fly January or February.
Magandang timing yan kasi ang pinakamalamig natin ay January. It's a good time to be out of Saskatoon.
Yes, I think that's the best time. Yun, so...
Another thing pa, Jeric, is paano natin mamamaximize yung ating
Canadian dollar
into Philippine peso. As an accountant, I'm very particular with that. So mayroon tayong tatlong options dyan.
Okay, what are the options?
Unang-una yung paggamit ng credit card.
Okay.
So you can actually use your credit card doon sa Pilipinas.
Ako, Gani, based on my experience kasi I don't have the time to look for kung saan mas mataas ang palit and everything. I just find credit card convenient. For one, syempre, you can use it anywhere because MasterCard, Visa, pwede mong gamitin kahit saan lugar, no? But if you need cash, you can do cash advance as well. Kung gusto ayaw mong bayad ng additional fees, you just pay it right away online. Ang experience ko lang sa Pilipinas sa ngayon, yung ibang establishments hindi pa ready sa PIN. So, for example, nung nagpag-gas ako, alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, ang gas station, pag magbabayad...
Ay, maliit ang butas.
Maliit ang butas. So, kailangan maliit ang kamay mo katulad ko para maipasok may PIN. So, swerte lang, pinapapasok ako sa loob. But for security purpose, usually they don't allow people inside the cashier on lugar ng sa gasolinahan.
They just have to remember na ang credit card, kapag cash advance, may administrative fee.
Yes, that's number one.
Pangalawa, kapag gagamitin mo ang credit card mo sa labas ng Canada, ay meron yung 2.5%. So effectively, nagiging mas mahal siya ng 2.5%.
So based on your experience, Gani, ano yung cheapest option?
Meron pa tayong isang paraan, yung mag-withdraw using our checking account sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
So, pupunta ka sa Philippine banks, paglabas nun, Philippine currency na.
Yes.
So, ang problema naman doon is medyo mas mababa ang palitan.
Okay.
The best way talaga na natutunan ko, Jeric, is to send money to a relative doon sa Pilipinas. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-send ng money to ourselves at i-withdraw sa Pilipinas because we will be asked for a Philippine ID.
Okay, that's number one, Huwag kang magpadala sa sarili mo because you'll be asked a Philippine
ID. So, ipadala mo to a relative mo doon sa...
Somebody you trust.
Doon sa Pilipinas at saka withdrawin nyo na lang sa Pilipinas. Kasi ang tawag nito na I realized na mas malaki yung palitan sa remittance rate.
Okay. So, the key is if you want convenience, credit card is good. If you want cheaper option, magpadala ka sa isang
magpadala ka sa isang
trusted person
sa Pilipinas. Just make sure na ang ipapadala mo doon is very, very calculated doon sa pangangailangan mo ng Philippine currency.
Yeah. The one last thing that I would like to ask doon sa credit card, if you want to travel talaga, is notify your credit card companies. Kasi they might block it. Kasi you need to notify them kung lilipat ka sa ibang lugar. Just to be sure.
So, tapos na ating 5 minutes natin.
Oo, at sana ay we invite our guests na magsabi ng mga episodes o mga topics na gusto nilang i-discuss dito sa Usapang Pinoy.
They can email it at info@filipinobusinessclub.com.
Maraming salamat mga kababayan at ito po ang Usapang Pinoy ng Pinoy Channel.
Hello mga kababayan, ako po uli si Jeannie, your host for today's show. Isa sa mga napag-uusapang mga issues, hindi lamang dito sa Saskatoon, kung hindi sa buong mundo, ay ang bullying. Kaya naman ang guest natin sa ngayon ay isang big time. Naku, tunghayan niyo yan ha. Siya ang founder or co-founder ng isa sa pinakamalaking bullying movement sa buong mundo. They've reached over 6 million people at nasa 20 na bansa sila sa buong mundo. Kaya ayan, hintayin niyo lamang, susunod na kasama ko si Travis Price. Welcome back mga kababayan at nabanggit ko nga po kanina na ang guest natin ngayon ay naku, big time po yan. So ang kasama ko ngayon ay the one and only Travis Price. Hi Travis, how are you today?
Great, thanks. Thanks for having me.
So Travis, tell me, what is Pink Day and how did it all start?
Pink Day is an anti-bullying movement that started in 2007 when myself and a friend, David Shepard, seen a student, grade 9 student, being bullied for simply wearing a pink shirt, and we thought, how can we help him? How can we show him he's not alone? And Pink Day was created by helping this student, by having the idea that we too could wear pink, we could get others to wear pink, and stand up for him. And we never expected that this would turn into the movement that it has.
Yeah.
But now we have countries all over the world and people that want to support us, and we've grown from Pink Shirt Day to Pink Day, which means it's not about the shirt anymore, it's about the actions that we take, it's about what we do as people.
And actions that can definitely make a difference, not only here but across the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Travis, I know that this is, has been going on since 2007, and I know you're a pretty busy person, but what is a day in the life of Travis Price like?
It's pretty busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a busy guy. It can be anything, from 3 schools a day, sponsor dinners, sponsor lunches, shooting videos for promotional material. The hard part about it is my day never really ends because of the worldwide reach that we have. Definitely around the big events, the big Pink Day events, with the time change and so on, I can be up 12 hours working with our teams in Japan and China as well, and it can be interesting, but I'm glad that this is my life. I love doing this. This is my passion, and so I always say I'm busy, but when you love the work you're doing, it doesn't feel like work.
Yes, that's true. And I did a little bit of research, mga kababayan, about Travis Price, and I found out that you are a Red Cross ambassador. So tell us about this partnership with the Canadian Red Cross.
Yeah, it's a great partnership that works really, really well. The Red Cross had this amazing program, one of the best in the world, hands down, in my opinion. And then I had one of the fastest growing movements in Pink Day that was spreading to countries all over the world. And we thought, what happens if we collaborated? We took this movement, put the program, the teeth behind it, and we could grow, and we could reach schools and reach kids and show them they're not alone, give them the tools they need in bullying prevention. So the Red Cross offers the Beyond the Hurt program, which is a bullying prevention program.
So ayan po mga kababayan, Beyond the Hurt with the Canadian Red Cross.
Absolutely. So it's something that I was passionate about. They seen me and seen the passion in me and said, let's work together, let's bring our partners in on this, and let's kind of show people that they don't need to go everywhere, different sites, so on, to get the information they need. They can come to one place and get everything they need when it comes to bullying prevention.
Yes, and so is this across the province or it's only in Saskatchewan?
This is across Canada. Saskatchewan, it does it great. We have partnerships throughout Saskatchewan as well, but throughout Canada, and really around the world. This is a day that we celebrate. This partnership is mostly just here within Canada, but we're working on those partnerships outside of Canada as well, because we want to bring those like-minded people into what we're doing, use our program, and use this movement.
Okay, perfect. So if we have viewers out there, adults or even students who would like to be a part of this program, how can they do that?
The best way would be to go to redcross.ca/pink. You can learn more there. You can also get your official Red Cross Pink Day gear, which is a great site, lots of resources. you know, for kids that are being bullied, there's tips there. For adults that are wondering how they should, you know, help their children, there's tips there as well. It's a great site, lots of resources, and if there's something not there, then our partners do, and there's links to our partners as well.
Okay, wonderful. So you've mentioned about Pink Day. When is Pink Day happening?
So Pink Day is happening February 22nd this year across Canada, really around the world. You know,
Yes.
Philippines, China, Japan, Croatia, all these amazing countries are on board. Here in Saskatchewan, we'll be going. We got rallies planned. I will be in schools. You know, and you'll definitely see us in you know, all over this province. And you know, it's always our goal to pink the province from one end to the other, and reach as many kids as we can. It's important that, you know, the people of Saskatchewan buy the shirts and support this movement. For every shirt sold, it's one kid reached in bullying prevention. The closer we get to reaching every kid in this province with bullying prevention.
Yes, so ayan po mga kababayan, if you would like to help the Canadian Red Cross reach one adult or one kid, that is equal to one shirt. So Travis, is this only for schools or can businesses be involved as well?
No, 100%. Businesses, you know, businesses have been involved, and we love when they're involved because it sets a good precedent and an example for kids as well, that it doesn't matter how young or old you are, this is a community issue that we all need to come together to fix, to stop. It takes adults, it takes kids, so absolutely we love when businesses come on board. There's opportunities for corporations and businesses as well, and we love having them and we love seeing them in our pink shirts too.
Wonderful. Okay, so mga kababayan, again, this is an amazing, amazing opportunity for you to be involved in the biggest bullying prevention program, not only Canada, but across the world. So again, it's in redcross.ca, and Travis Price again, co-founder of Pink Day.
Thank you.
Magbabalik po ang Pinoy Channel.
Welcome back po sa ating programang Pinoy Channel. Ako po si Dex, ako ang makakasama ninyo sa ating cooking segment. Akin po ibabahagi sa inyo ang paraan ng pagluluto ng pork steak. So sa aming pagbabalik, antabayanan ninyo ang ating bisita na si Joy Amor upang may pakita natin sa inyo kung paano magluto ng pork steak.
Yeah, hello, kamusta po kayong lahat yan? Andito po ako ngayon para magpakita sa inyo ng simpleng recipe para po ito sa mga on-the-go na couple at the same time na po sa inyo po mga busy-busy may bahay na nagpaplano ng pambawon para sa inyong anak. Nako, tignan nyo po itong recipe nilulutuin namin para makita nyo po at matest nyo po kung magugustuhan po ito ng inyong mga chikiting.
Well, si Joey, isa sa mga busy rin na tao to, no? Ang ating lulutuin niya ay napakasimpleng pork steak. Tamang-tama to sa mga mag-asawang walang panahon na magluto, sa mga anak na nag-aaral. So, napakasimpleng rekado at saka napakadaling lutuin.
Tama yan, kasi lalong-lalo na sa aming mga taong sobrang busy. Kasi ang gusto namin, lalong-lalo na ako, no? Gusto-gusto ko, ako na talagang busy. Ang gusto-gusto ko talaga dyan, unang-una, mabilis lutuin. Pangalawa, healthy. At pangatlo, kagaya ko, healthy, no? At pangatlo, syempre, abot kaya ng bulsa. Yung tipong mabilisang luto at masarap.
So ano ba itong mga rekado na gagamitin natin para sa pork steak na lutuin natin?
Napakasimple lang naman ang mga gagamitin natin recados. Unang-una, gagamit tayo ng at least 375 grams ng Mama's Best Seasoned Pork Tapa. Isang pakete po iyon ng 375 grams, no?
So available to sa mga Asian supermarkets, ano?
Yeah, tama. Tsaka napakamura lang yan. Nakakatuwa. Tapos, ito naman po, kailangan natin ng at least kalahating portion po ng pulang sibuyas. Pinakita po namin ito, dalawang klase. Isa po para sa panggisa at isa naman po para sa pang-toppings para naman maging mas appealing ang ating lulutuin. Yan. At syempre, kailangan din po natin ng butter. Okay? Kahit 2 tablespoons po ng butter. Pwede rin naman po kayong gumamit ng mantika as substitute po sa inyong sa pagluluto po nito. Okay? At kailangan din natin ng mixed veggies. Kasi alam niyo naman po, ang mixed veggies makulay yan.
Yeah, so ito yung pang side dish natin, tama?
Oo, pang side dish. At the same time, ang maganda dito, dahil ito yung makulay, matutuwa ang mga bata nito pag hinainan mo sa ganito kasama ng kanilang paboritong pork steak.
Wow, so ang nakikita ko rekado lang dito na gagamitin natin ay ang sibuyas, mantika or butter. And then, side dish natin, yung tinatawag nating mixed vegetable na papagisa natin mamaya ng fried rice.
Yeah.
So, papakita natin sa inyo kung paano natin umpisahan ang pagluluto nito.
kagandahan ng butter ay maganda, sarap yan sa...
Yeah, so, kailangan natin na sa medium heat lang siya para hindi masunog yung butter. Bakit yan lang ang rekado natin? Dahil yung Mama's Best sa pork tapa, nandiyan na lahat yung timpla. So meron yung toyo, meron ng pineapple juice, may asukal.
Yeah.
And,
Lahat ng hanap mo, nandito na sa loob ng Mama's Best. So at this moment, pwede na natin ilagay ang Mama's Best pork tapa.
So ito yung a little bit twist dun sa regular na pwede mong lutuin sa pork tapa. So ang pork tapa kasi pwede mo lang talagang iprito. Directly dun sa pan. So ito, ginagawa natin siyang parang pork steak.
1 tablespoon of water, magdagdag lang tayo. Para magkaroon na siya ng moisture.
So ito na po ang ating nilutong pork steak. So itong pork steak na to is good for 1 or 2 people with side dish natin na mixed vegetable at nandito na po yung ating plain rice.
Right, tama-tama yan. So sa lahat po ng mga working couples there at saka po sa mga single moms at saka ganun din po sa mga pamilyang laging on the go, tignan nyo po ang aming recipe na pork steak. Mas sigurado po magugustuhan ninyo. At hindi lang po yan, no? Sa halagang $8.50, meron na po kayong isang buong serving na good for 1 or 2 people na tsak po talaga magugustuhan ng mga bata. Lalong-lalo na po ito, napakakulay na mixed vegetables at ganoon din po ang kanin.
Una-muna po nagpapasalamat ako kay Joey Amor for joining us today sa ating cooking segment. At pinapasalamatan ko rin po yung may-ari syempre ng kusina, si Gani Fabi. Join us again next time sa panibagong segment. Papakita po namin sa inyo ang susunod nating lulutuin. Maaaring ito ay isang binagoongan, right? So, thank you and see you again for our next episode.
Welcome back po sa Pinoy Channel. Ito po si Jeric Mendoza at sa umagang ito, pag-uusapan natin paano ba i-maintain ang kotse ngayong winter dito sa Canada. So kasama natin sa episode na ito si Tom Walker, online sales manager ng SMP dito sa Saskatoon. Welcome to the show. It's the Tom.
Maraming salamat. Very excited ako.
Oh, nagulat ako. Nakapagsasalta ka pa. You can speak in Filipino.
Oh, sige.
Alright, so...
English na lang.
Okay, sige Tom. Maraming salamat. Simulan na natin. Okay? Let's go to our car and see. Okay. Ayos.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Tom. So, how do we do this?
Well, walang winter sa Pilipinas, di ba?
Oh, walang winter sa Pilipinas. So, actually, if I remember it correctly, when I first came here in Canada, I asked a person, what's the first thing to buy here in Canada in the winter? And see what you have in your hand.
Oh.
That's the one that I had to buy.
Yeah, ice scraper and brush. One of the most important things when you're in winter time, because the snow will fall on your windshield everywhere and it will ice up. If you don't have clear vision, then baka may accident eh.
Oh, so for the purpose of mga ating mga new immigrants, can you show us how to?
For sure.
Let's do it.
So pretending that if there was ice on here, okay, this one extends, so it's nice to have extra.
Okay.
If you're short, right, you can reach the whole thing.
So.
But the ice is here. You will scrape like this, okay, and then once that is clear, you can brush it as well. Clean all areas, because when you're driving, if you cannot see out your side window, see behind you, you don't know if a car will be there. Huh?
And it has to be clear, so before you drive. That's good. That's number one. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
What's next?
We're at the back of this vehicle. This vehicle is equipped with a backup camera.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're backing up, when you put it in reverse, you're gonna see in the dash what's behind you.
That's
but if
right.
this one is not clean, you will not see.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
Okay.
what if the ice is frozen? So how do
Okay.
you?
It's very
safely do
simple.
it? Yeah.
Simple. You can rub that one off. It cleans off easily.
It won't scratch your
No,
lens
it
or
won't scratch the
whatever?
lens.
Okay, that's a good
On
idea.
some vehicles, you'll have backup sensor. It
Okay.
will be like a round dot, probably 4 or 5 along the back.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure that they're not covered with ice.
All right.
Okay?
I think
Because
that
then
would
they
be
might not be clear to when you're backing up.
easier to clean that up rather
Oh.
than strike something.
Exactly,
That's
exactly. So clean and clear. That's most important to start with.
number one. That's
Okay.
really good. Yeah.
That's safety. Okay. So during winter time,
Okay. Yes.
it's very important if you can get winter tires. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I heard about winter tires and all-season tires.
Yes.
What's exactly the difference, Tom?
Okay. So the winter tire is a softer compound, so it's designed for temperatures that are lower, so it will give better traction on icy roads. Okay. Madulas talaga pag may slip or ano, you're out there on the
Yeah.
road in the car. How much worse? Okay.
Okay.
So if you have a winter tire, it's gonna last longer during winter time.
And are you spending more because of that, or?
Hindi. No, not actually. Because normally when you have your vehicle, if you're going to own it for more than a year or 2 years,
Mhm.
you're going to have to at some point get another set of tires. Diba?
Yeah, that's the same thing, right? So anyway, if a tire, for example, lasts for about 3 years, and you bought another tire, you
Yeah.
use it for 6 years, it's the same thing.
Exactly. So if you're using your winter tires during winter time, it's going to last longer because they were designed for that climate.
Okay.
If you use your all-season tires during winter time, it's not really designed for that. It's designed to be a combination tire, but when you truly get to winter, the winter tires will last longer. They will also stop you faster, and they will start you faster.
Sounds good. Well, basically, I think well, safety is still number one, aside from the cost, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else, Tom?
Well, you can tell if you have winter tires because normally there's going to be a picture on here of a mountain and a snowflake.
Okay.
But another way to tell is on the side of the tires you can see more cuts in the tire or more of a pattern in the tire to be able to know if your tire is winter tire or not.
All right. And I also heard about those studded tires. Are they? What's the deal about them?
A studded tire is when they actually put metal studs into the tire.
Okay.
So during icy conditions, it's really good for that to be able to keep your traction.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, how do you decide which one to use, a winter tire or a studded tire?
It's always good to talk to your service advisor to find out during or depending on your situation and how you normally drive in the conditions, what would be the best tire for you actually.
Okay, so we're from the tire stump, so we look at inside the engine, so what do we do on this side?
Okay, well winter time is a harsher climate, so the engine's probably working a little bit harder, and there's things that it's nice to keep control over or prepare for, like oil changes.
Okay.
Okay, if you're typically you should be doing your oil change every about 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers. You can check with your manufacturer to be sure, but during winter time, that's much more important that the engine oil is clean and refreshed. Okay.
Do we use a synthetic oil or a regular oil during winter? Does it even matter?
It really depends on the customer. Some people prefer synthetic over standard. It really depends on the vehicle too. So
Okay.
you can talk to your service manager about that. They'll help you understand what would be the best for your situation.
Sounds good, Tom. So,
Okay.
all right.
So every vehicle is going to be equipped with a dipstick. Okay, a dipstick is for checking the oil. You pull that out. Okay, you're going to check your oil, not when the vehicle's running. Let the vehicle sit, be on a level surface. Check your oil. Make sure there's a space on the dipstick that shows how the oil level should be.
Okay.
If it's low, of course, you need to change it or add more.
Okay.
You want to make sure that your battery is properly clean. The terminals, connections are clean and free of acid or dirt, things like that, that will
Okay.
cause possible bad connection if you're trying to start your engine, right? Washer fluid. During winter time, there's an actual winter washer fluid. Okay, you don't want your washer fluid to freeze on
That's
your
correct
windshield.
too.
Do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a low temperature one for that.
And of course, Tom, we're in Saskatchewan, so there are times it's kind of difficult to crank out the car. So how do we deal about it?
Okay, there's a couple of things that help with that. Usually we have a battery cover or a battery box that helps keep the battery from getting too cold.
Okay.
Okay, to insulate the battery.
Okay.
The other thing that we have is typically a plug-in. Okay. Typically we can plug our vehicle in. On this vehicle, the plug-in is over here. Okay. And when that's being used, typically you don't need to plug your vehicle in before about minus 15 degrees.
Okay. So that's the cutoff usually.
Usually right around there, okay? What that does is it warms up the engine oil, so when you do turn the battery or turn the key on, it helps it to crank over easier because the oil's a little bit warm already. In the cold, super cold weather, the oil is going to be cold and move slower. And so that's one of the benefits of that, so you don't put so much strain on your battery.
And you know, malaking difference about coming from a tropical country, because when a new immigrant comes over here,
Yeah.
we don't know what this is
No,
all about. So,
exactly.
so that's the purpose of
Yeah.
that. Okay.
When you get your vehicle, make sure you check for the block heater plug, okay?
Okay.
If you have a question, don't be afraid. You can come and see me. I can find it for you if it has it, okay?
Okay.
The other thing about a block heater is you don't necessarily have to have it plugged in, let's say, overnight, okay?
Okay.
They have block heater timers. You can plug it into a timer and then it will come on at a certain hour or during a certain time. Typically, about 90 minutes before you drive, you
Okay.
want to have it plugged in to warm up everything.
And I remember, I think, talking about block heaters, one of the most important things to remember is to make sure you unplug before you drive.
Yes.
I've seen cars driving like that with extensions on it.
It becomes very expensive.
That's correct, you bet. So
Yeah.
that's a good idea. So what's next, Tom?
Well, we talked about that. We also talked about antifreeze in your for your radiator, okay?
Okay.
You want to make sure you have a proper balance of antifreeze and water.
So
okay?
how do you find that out?
You can actually buy a tester, or you can come to the service department. They can check it for you to make sure the, I don't know if it's acidity content or what the actual reading is, but they can tell you what the proper balance is for your vehicle. Okay. Actually, antifreeze is not just for wintertime. It helps keep maintaining proper temperature throughout the whole year. So you want to have a good balance of that in your radiator.
And that's one thing I remember as well. I've got a friend before, excited with a new second-hand car.
Yeah.
Did everything, cleaned it up, detailed. So I asked them, what did you put in your radiator? They put water, and they're happy about it.
Yep.
And fortunately, it's summer, so they had a chance to change it with antifreeze.
Right. No, that's very important.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Other than general maintenance, it's not bad. Again, they do winter servicing at the various service departments here. Of course, we have a service department that can take your car through a full winter maintenance package service and make sure that all things are properly prepared for winter time. I think that's a good thing to know.
Well, thank you very much, Tom Walker, for those tips. And this won't be the last time we will see you. We'll see you on a different segment with Isagane Fabi to talk about car driving tips during winter. Very good. Salamat, Tom Walker. Magbabalik po ang Pinoy Channel.
So nagbabalik po tayo sa Pinoy Channel. We still have Tom Walker here, the online sales manager of SMP Chevrolet. Tom, earlier you showed Jeric the proper maintenance and preparations for a car for winter. Now this time you will take me to a spin and show me how it is to drive in winter conditions.
Ayos.
So Tom, we're inside the car now. What do we do?
Wow. It's very important to be comfortable in your car.
Okay.
Alam mo ba yung mga feature? Kasi if you don't know where is the air conditioning or where is the defrost or where is the adjustment for yung mga mirrors, things
Okay.
like that, then you're gonna not be safe.
Okay.
So the first...
So you should know that before you actually drive.
Oo, totoo yan. Kasi if I drive without setting the rear view mirror or the side mirrors and there's someone tailgating me and I don't know it and I'm coming to a stop, maybe they don't not able to stop and I don't see that they're not stopping because I can't see this is not adjusted properly.
Exactly.
Baka may untog.
Yeah.
And then
And it becomes
I'm not
distracting
prepared.
if like you start adjusting stuff
exactly, if you're adjusting while you're
while
driving,
you're driving already.
you're doing safe. So the first thing you should do, check this one, make sure, okay, I can see clearly, I have a good view of the back.
Okay.
My yung mga side mirrors, okay? So probably I will adjust this side mirror in a little bit, okay? I'm gonna turn that on, so now I can see properly. I will know if I'm backing up, if there's somebody on the side.
Okay.
Okay, where's the curb? It's mas importante yan kasi if you don't know those things, you put yourself or your passengers in an unsafe position.
So it's very
Okay.
important to have a very good visibility of your sides, back, and of course your front.
Correct. Okay, so that's adjusting the mirrors. The other part is the seat. Okay.
Okay.
You want to be comfortable in your seat.
So how should
Okay. So each seat will adjust differently, but typically most seats will adjust up. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going higher right now, so I have more visibility over the dash, over the hood. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I need to be closer. Maybe my legs are short. Okay.
Okay.
Get everything
most Filipinos'
comfortable.
legs are short.
Totoo. Okay. So then also the steering wheel. A lot of steering wheels these days have an adjustment on the side or
Okay.
below. It's a lever. You have to push it down to disengage. Now, adjust your steering wheel wherever you want
Okay.
it. Okay. When you can do that, you can really put yourself in the right position to comfortably drive, to control the vehicle, to see properly. All of those things come together, then you're in a good place to drive.
Is there actually a rule on where the like steering wheel should be, or is it just like your comfort?
It's more about how comfortable you are. Okay. That's really what it comes back to, because you're the one driving and commanding the vehicle. You just want to make sure you can command it properly.
Okay.
Okay. Now, over here, you're going to see a lot of different features. Each vehicle is going to be different.
Okay.
Okay. What's important in wintertime, you're going to know where is the defrost for the front. Okay. Where is the defrost for the back. On most vehicles, when you use the defrost for the rear, it's going to defrost the rear window, but it's also going to defrost your side mirrors
side
too.
mirrors.
Okay?
Okay.
Again, we talked about this on the other segment about making sure your visibility is clear. Even sometimes there is snow or ice back on the roof of the vehicle. It's good to remove that, because what happens when you come to a stop, all of that sometimes will slide down in front of you. It
And
will
it would
obstruct
affect
your
your
vision. Okay? Keep calm. In icy conditions, in conditions maybe where you lose control of the car, keep calm, because then you're going to handle it much better and much less chance of having an accident. That's something that I like to remind people. During winter time, maybe the weather will warm up a little bit. We're having a warm winter right now. Sometimes we get condensation inside the vehicle. So you turn on the defrost, right? It starts to defrost, but it's not going very fast. You can actually use the air conditioning during that time. It's just a matter of pushing the air conditioning button, okay? Adjusting the temperature.
What I've learned so far is it's very important. Visibility is really very important in driving. Right?
Yes, especially here, because that's going to change from the hour sometimes, hour by hour. So know those things, adjust your seat properly. Some will have heated seats, like this will have heated seats. That's nice, you can stay warmer and comfortable. Once you've set all of those things and you're driving, then it comes to the road conditions. Okay? During wintertime, well, sa Pilipinas, walang
snow.
Snow.
It's never slippery. Yeah.
Exactly. But here, madulas talaga. You go out there, there's ice, and then sometimes the snow will come down on top of the ice. You don't see the ice sometimes, right? So it's very slippery. So during normal conditions, you want a safe driving distance. Usually it's about safe driving distance on normal pavement. You count 1001, 1002.
Up to.
Okay,
up
just
to
like
how
that.
many?
So let's say if this car is in front of me, that one in front, if that car is passing out the drive-through, and as I'm following it, I count 1001, 1002. I should be able to count through 1002 before I reach that same place.
Spot.
Okay? In winter conditions, double it. Make it twice. All right. So I have a visual aid here. We're not going to drive out on the snow.
Oh, those are jeepneys.
Oh, so you have some. Let's pretend you're driving. You're following somebody like this. Okay. If this person will stop in front of you and you're not safely distanced, you're going to end up rear-ending him. Okay. One more common thing that's very common here on the icy roads is what they call skidding. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna set that one here. We're gonna use this beautiful orange one. Okay. Normally, if you come onto an on-ramp, you're going around a circle and then straight, right? So as the vehicle is coming around the circle like this, it's normal if the condition is icy, it will want to slide, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So number one, slow down.
Okay.
Go a little bit slower so you can control the vehicle. If it starts to slide out like that, you want to do what they call steer into the skid. Okay, so if the back end is sliding like that, okay?
You don't brake, do you?
No, you don't want to brake necessarily. You want to just turn the wheel towards the direction that you're skidding, and you want to watch where do I want to go. So, for example, if this is the road we're going on and we start to slide like this direction. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this wheel to the right, and I'm gonna watch where I want to put the car. Okay. By doing that, the wheels then the front will follow the back, and then it will straighten out.
To straighten out.
Okay.
Makes sense.
This is not Jeff Gordon driving school, but it's good to know a few tips.
Yeah.
Again, like that. Most people, when they start to slide like this, they will turn the wheel the opposite way.
Yeah.
Just because of reaction.
That's the reaction. Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to do that. You want to turn towards the skid, and watch where do you want to go. See, normally, if I'm watching here, I'm going to steer there, right?
Yeah.
So, in the same way, if I'm sliding like that, I'm going to turn the wheel there a little bit. It's going to help the car straighten out and gain control again. Mostly in winter conditions, what is it about? It's about slowing down. Leave proper space between you and the vehicle in front. Because most people here, they still tailgate you. So you're driving down the icy street, and the car behind you is riding right like that.
Okay.
Okay? Hindi maganda yun. For sure, if you stop quickly, and then your
that
kidney is
happens
broken.
like that. That would happen.
We don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
Okay? So, made in China, no. Okay, so it's
Interesting.
important to properly handle
Not
the
to
vehicle.
brake. You know, the natural tendency is like when you start, if something is wrong,
Yeah.
you step on the brake
Exactly.
instantly. That's a normal reaction as far as.
Yeah. Now there are some technologies that have been developed over the years so that before they're telling you to tap the brakes, now they have this technology so that as you put the pressure on the brake, you don't want to push too hard, but just firmly down, and you'll hear pulsating. You'll feel a little bit of pulsating in your foot because the brakes are they don't want to lock up.
Uh-huh.
But what it's doing is stop, slower.
Okay.
That will prevent you from skidding. Okay, so more of a nice firm push, but a gradual stop that will keep you more safe on an icy road.
Okay.
So one other very important thing to understand when you're in winter conditions is most vehicles will have cruise control.
Okay. I use it all the time in long drives.
Okay, perfect. It's very nice for long drives, but when you're on an icy road, you don't want to use your cruise control.
Really?
Yeah, because what will happen on an icy road, if your cruise control is on and you're trying to maintain speed, let's say you're going up a hill and your car starts to slow down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, automatically the cruise control tells those tires to spin faster and
To
then
maintain the speed.
Exactly, to maintain the speed. Well, in that situation, if you're on an icy road, those tires might lose their traction and then you start to lose control on the road. So during icy conditions, I always tell people don't use your cruise control. Even on very wet conditions, it can be dangerous because there might be standing water, and that standing water, if you're on cruise control, it doesn't recognize that all of a sudden the water is there, the tires hit that water, they want to spin, and you're going to run into a situation where you might lose control. So better to coast in an area like that than to have it on cruise control.
That's good to know, Tom.
Yeah. And then one other thing that we have here in Saskatchewan especially is what's called black ice.
Okay.
Black ice. So when you look ahead and you see the road and it might be a little bit black and shiny, we call that black
That
ice.
would be very slippery.
Very slippery. It's one of the most slippery conditions that you can find. And it's not easily recognizable, so if you're not really paying attention, you might hit that black ice and all of a sudden your car is doing like this.
What
on
do
the
you do
road.
when you're spinning like that?
When you're spinning like that, you pray. Okay, that's the first thing. And again, try to hold it together. Try to keep calm. And just like what I said, if you start to turn this way, you want to turn into the steer. You want to counter steer, okay?
Yeah,
But not oversteer. Just be careful. If you panic, then you'll probably oversteer, okay? But again, pray, calm down, steer towards the direction that you're sliding, and allow, lightly brake, and then hopefully the car itself will slowly come back into control.
Okay. Well, Tom, thank you very much. That was a learning experience for me. Sa ating mga audience, I hope you learned a lot and I hope you drive safer this winter.
Yes. Salamat.
Thank you.
Yan mga kababayan, as you can see, I am all geared up because in a few minutes, my next guest will be teaching me how to do underwater hockey. So with me right now is one of the most experienced female player of Saskatoon Seals, the only underwater hockey team of the province of Saskatchewan. Hi, Lynn. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Jeannie. Thank you.
Okay, so tell me, how long have you been playing this sport now?
I first started playing back in 1982 when I was training to be a scuba diver. Underwater hockey was something we used to help practice our skills underwater. I first started swimming actually when I was 5. I grew up with a pool in my backyard, and the first way actually I learned how to swim was to swim underwater.
Okay, so if we have any viewers who would like to try out this sport, what will you tell them?
I would tell them, please come on out, give it a try. It's a lot of fun. It's good exercise, so if you want to come out, meet some great people, and have a good time, this is the place to be.
Welcome back mga kababayan and mga soon-to-be mga ka-Jejemons. Ayan. Hopefully po kayo ay nag-enjoy sa aming episode ngayon dahil kami po ay talaga nag-enjoy rin.
Yes, at saka marami po tayong natutunan ngayong araw gaya na lang ng mga winter tips na nabanggit na noong kaninang episode.
Yes.
Ganun pala talaga pagka winter, you have to really be prepared. Importante yan.
True. At saka yung throwback cooking lesson with Dex.
At saka syempre yung exhibition ni Jeannie doon sa underwater.
Underwater.
No?
Ayan.
Ang galing, ano? Alam mo,
Pwede na
gusto ko
tayong
kaya.
swimming, may mag-save na sa atin.
Kailangan
Naalala
yung
ko na
subukan lahat yan.
Oh, I will for sure.
Makalimutan ako.
At saka sana marami silang
Kakapit lang
natutunan.
tayo kay Joey.
At saka marami silang natutunan sa bago naming segment ni Jeric, no?
O sana ay tuloy-tuloy pa yung mga episodes na yan, mga segments na yan, ano?
At saka kung meron kayong gustong talakayin dun sa segment na yon, please email us at info@filipinobusinessclub.com.
Yes, true. At also mga Kapinoy Channel, don't forget to visit our Facebook account at facebook.com/PinoyChannelSK.
Tama. At meron din po tayong Instagram account. You can follow us on instagram.com/PinoySK.
Yes, at kung meron naman po kayong instant tweet or gustong instant updates na gusto nyo ibahagi sa amin, i-Twitter lang yan sa twitter.com/PinoyChannelCA.
At syempre, kung may namis kayong mga episodes, pwede kayo manood ng mga past episodes sa filipinobusinessclub.com.
Tama.
Wow.
I would like to acknowledge pala yung J. Mendoza and Associates for sharing this office niya.
Tama.
No? At ito na ate magiging permanent set natin. Is that right?
Oh, wow. At hindi lang yun,
yes,
May chismis, may nag-tweet, kakapapasok lang.
Oh, ano, ano,
May na-finalist daw sa isa sa mga host ng Pinoy Channel.
Ayan.
Ano yun? Sino ba yung na-finalist na yan?
Nabalitaan ko, ang J. Mendoza and Associates ay isa sa mga finalist
Okay.
ng Saskatoon Achievement for Business Excellence. So congratulations!
Salamat.
We're looking forward sa finals night, ano? Kailan ba namin malalaman yan?
Sa February 9, may awards gala. So, posibleng natapos or natapos na yung awards night. Bakit nila mapanood to, di ba? Because this is a month-long
Well,
Pero really, this is a milestone for Filipino entrepreneurs. Kasi it's hindi hamak na mahirap maging finalist doon sa prestigious na awards body na yon.
Yeah, and from what I know, tayo pa lang yung unang Filipino-Canadian company.
Pero, ikaw na
I think kauna-unahan yung Immigration Consulting Company din.
Di ba mamaya lang tayo pa-burger pagkatapos siguro?
Yan.
Sige.
Asahan namin yan, ha?
Oo.
Wait.
ba't ba kayo nagpapaburger? Magpamamas best na lang kayo. Kasi wala naman yung si Dex. Puntahan
Hindi
na
naman
natin
pala.
siya.
Diba puntahan natin si Dex? Sabi ni Dex, 50% off. Before closing.
Yeah. Anyways, gusto pala natin pa salamatan ng mga sponsors natin na patuloy na tumatangkilik sa ating Pinoy Channel show.
Gaya na?
Of course, Select Realty Saskatoon.
Yun.
Of course, Great Way Financials.
Yes.
Fabi Tax and Accounting.
Oy,
for sure.
at it's tax season pala, no? Doon sa
Yeah.
gustong tumatanggap na tayo ng mga appointments. For those who'd like to, what's this?
Do their
File their taxes.
File
Yeah.
the taxes. Pwede po kayong mag-text sa akin. It's 306-203-0143 or email me at isagani.com